Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn image into sunset effect in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into applying color lookup, gradient fill, brightness and contrast, color fill, changing of blend mode, grouping of layers, and apply image. So let's get started! So here are a document I prepared here, an image that we will turn into a sunset effect. The first effect that we're going to apply here will be the color lookup. So going on to the adjustment layer icon here at the right bottom corner of our screen. Yes, find this symbol, this half-filled circle. Click this one. This is the adjustment layer icon. And then find on color lookup. There you are. Then for the properties, you can see here the 3D LUT file. Okay, if you see that, next to it, click this one and then choose on the late sunset preset. This one, click this one. There you are. Now the next step here is we're going to create the sun, and that will be for the gradient fill. So to do that, again, select it on that color lookup layer to go to the adjustment layer icon. Then this time we're going to choose on gradient over here. So this gradient fill will appear. For the style, I'm going to click this one and then set this one to radial. There you are. And then for the gradient, okay, let's click this one. From the stops, from the color stops, click this one. Let's change this one to white with a little bit orange on it. Something like this. Then hit OK. Let's create another color stops here by just clicking to add a stop. There you are. Now click on the color stop. Go to color. Let's set this one into a light orange this time. This one. Hit OK. Let's create another stops over here. Click this one. Go to color. This time, let's choose orange. Then hit OK. Then let's create another one here. Go to color. Let's make it more darker orange. There you are. Then let's add another stop here. So for the sunset color, there's red, right? So let's go to color. And this time, let's go to color red. Something like orange red. This one's better. Hit OK. And from the last color stop, click this one, go to color, and choose our grayish color. Something like that. Hit OK. So this is already the effect that we already have now. And then from this gradient editor, let's add a opacity stops over here on top. That's for the on top. Okay, so just click this one. There you go. And go to the opacity. I'm going to set this one into amount of 50%. There you go. Then I'm going to move this one to the middle. Something like that, creating an orange effect. All right. Now once all said and done, hit OK. Then from this gradient fill, from the angle, I'm also going to set this one into amount of 100 to 30 degrees, something like that. There you are. For the scale, I'm also going to increase this one to 115, something like that. Right? Okay, 119 is fine. Okay, so that's what we already have here. Now let's click and drag it from where you think the sun is. Okay, so I guess somewhere around here. Then once all said and done, hit OK. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. So that's what we already have now. Now, the next step here is we're going to change the gradient fill blending mode. So with that gradient fill active, let's go here, click this one. This is for the changing of blending mode, and then set to hard light. There you are. Okay, now the next step we're going to apply here will be the brightness and contrast. So again, go to the adjustment layer icon, then choose on brightness or contrast. There you are. So from the properties, under the brightness, I'm going to make our image darker a bit. Okay, so I'm going to set this one to amount of -30. There you are. For the contrast, I'm going to increase this time. Okay, set that to 30. There you are. All right, that's fine. Now the next step we're going to apply here will be the color fill. So again, go to adjustment layer icon and then choose on solid color. This color picker will appear. Then I'm going to set this one to the orange color. So in my case, this kind of color seems good for a sunset effect. Now hit OK. Then for the blending mode, let's change this one. Click this one and then set this one to overlay. So this is already what we have now. The next step here is we're going to group all of these layers. So I'm going to select from the layers from the top, then hold shift. I'm going to click on the color lookup until all the layers from color fill to color lookup are selected. Now let's group them by pressing Ctrl plus G. Now selecting this group layer, I'm going to add a mask. So go here, click on this add layer mask icon. There are. Then selected on that layer mask thumbnail of that group layer, go to the menu bar, go to image, then choose on apply image. All right, so I don't need to set this one up. It's already set. So blending options to multiply, opacity to 100. That seems fine. Hit OK. All right, so now this is kind of effect that we already have now. So that's the before, that's the after. Let's add more orange effect here to make it sunset looking effect. All right, so to do that, from that group layer selected, let's create a duplicate layer of that by pressing Ctrl plus J. There we are. Now that looks more vibrant, but you will notice here that the sun is too much. All right, so let's open that folder. Click this one. Then from the gradient fill, let's change the setting of this. Click this one, and then lower the amount of the opacity, okay, into something like 60. There we are. Now this creates an effect like this. All right, let's hide this layer, and then from this duplicated copy layer, let's also decrease the opacity to lessen up the orange effect. All right, now this seems fine. Now I'm okay with this, and that's how it goes. Let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to turn image into a sunset effect in Photoshop.